Hello everybody, welcome to Sauron Takes on Super Mario Galaxy 100%. We are going to be doing quite a bit today. Well, kind of. We are going to be getting through the entirety of the Desert Galaxy. We're going to be dealing with a hungry Luma, and we're going to be fighting Bowser. Haha! Not the final boss Bowser, but, Bowser nonetheless. So, that'll be fun. Oh, man. Super Mario Galaxy. I do apologize if I've seemed kind of wishy-washy as of late, guys, because I've been rather busy with things, so there's that. I have the fan on, too, if you guys are wondering what the heck that sound is in the background. According to, I had to move my mic here. According to Audacity, you guys can hear it. But we're going to go to Dusty Dune Galaxy here. And, I grew up in the desert, so I kind of know my stuff around here. Home means Nevada, home means the hills, home means the sage and the pine. Although there's no sage and pine around here, it's just all cactus. Probably some sage, though, actually. Just not pine, because northern Nevada does have quite a bit of pine to it, while the southern part of it got a lot of sagebrush, that's for sure. So anyway, this is basically where I lived for a while. Mario's going to be doing the tornado, where his arms just go 360 and his body doesn't move. Fantastic. This galaxy is kind of... It's okay. I don't mind the challenges here, but I don't know. This is probably one of the more forgettable galaxies, all things considered. Honestly, do you guys fully remember this galaxy? For real? I sure as heck didn't. But we're going to be going down this pipe, and I don't know... Oops, fell down. I'm not live recording or anything like that, but, I fell, so there you go. Alright, we're in ruins here. It amazes me, thwomps are some of my favorite enemies for no particular reason in Mario. And they first showed up in Super Mario Brothers 3, I want to say. I know they were in 3, I know they were in Super Mario World. I don't think they showed up in 2. I could be wrong, but this entire galaxy is a bit of a throwback to Super Mario Brothers 3. But, without all the fun charm to it. A lot more sand, actually. They did their own original thing, but there's a couple of throwbacks. Having a lot of thwomps makes sense. Even though the thwomps never actually showed up in the desert, per se, they actually showed up in mostly the castle areas. But it's kind of nice that they're here, nonetheless. I am not focused on getting star bits for some odd reason when I'm starting playing this. I don't know why. Lost out a lot. I do get quite a few lives, though, as pointless as those are. So that's fun. That's something to brag about, I guess. Bam. It's a shame that they didn't continue on with the brick blocks were toads, but cursed kind of thing. Because, I don't know, that's such an interesting idea that the more bricks you break, the worse it gets for the Mushroom Kingdom. And I wonder if they were, trying to encourage you not to break brick blocks? I don't know. It's kind of a weird situation. So here we are back outside. There's a lot of set pieces that you don't get to play on. I think that's why this level's a bit forgettable. For the most part, the only set pieces you do are these towers, which are kind of reminiscent of not only Super Mario Bros. 3, but Super Mario 64 kind of had a lot of the quicksand elements. So it's kind of a mix between the two. The only reason I say Super Mario Bros. 3 is because of the dang tornadoes. Now, those did actually show up in the desert level, particularly when you're getting chased by the sun, the angry sun. But then everything else seems like it's a callback to Mario 64, or an expansion of Mario 64 here. And I don't know. It just doesn't seem to have the same amount of charm to me. Like, I remember it, you know, when I'm playing, I'm like, oh yeah, this place. Oh yeah, this place. You know, that kind of mentality, but for the most part, no. Oh, sorry guys, I'm a bit tired. I woke up way too early and I've been running around all day, so doing great. There's a lot of question blocks too, which could be a callback, or not the question blocks, the question coins could be a callback to oops. I accidentally just left the glass thing here. But that could be a callback to Super Mario Bros. 3, because the Super Mario Bros. 3, the desert, if I recall correctly, had a lot of POW blocks and a lot of hidden, like, coins and stuff like that. So, I don't know. Something could be a callback. We're going to be going over to those planets in the background, though. The Oasis and whatnot. Also, the glass being kind of just nailed to the thing could also be a reference to Super Mario Bros. 3. I guess we're not going back to the glass in this particular episode. Having to go up to the sand slide, though, is definitely reminiscent of Super Mario 64. Having to get, like, the star up there, up on top of, like, all the climbing slopes and stuff like that. It wasn't as challenging, though, as Super Mario 64. Super Mario 64 did not care about your feelings. Galaxy is a bit more of a linear progression. But as such, it's a bit easier, I guess. More manageable. Oh, so there we have the Hungry Luma. I do actually like the star that he's going to give us, though. You got star bits. For some reason, he only asked for 800, though. I was like, what? Maybe they're building up to the next Hungry Luma, which is, I think, 4,000, I want to say. But we're pretty close to that, so. I'm not too awfully worried. Yeah, let me just crackle that right into the microphone. That was intelligent. Sorry about that, guys. But anyway, now we have the new galaxy, so we're going to go conquer that real quick. There's only one star here, so. Also, the Sand Galaxy is one of the few places that have a bonus star. So that's kind of fun. Oh, Big Mouth Galaxy. Anybody else wonder if Mario cooks these crabs? Like, they have shells on the front and then, like, really delicate crab meat on the back here. He probably eats this one. That's why he gets an extra life from it. If I had to guess. This is my hideaway. It's the perfect spot for fishing and being left alone. Gee. Sorry, man. Come on now. I don't blame them. Look at all the fish that are in here. That would actually be a pretty decent place for fishing if you had like a rod or stuff. Mario Odyssey gave us a glimpse into what fishing would be like in the Mario universe, though. So I have to go back here for the Koopa shell. Oh, man. Every time I wire down, I'm like yawning immediately today. Some of those are real, or pretty close to real life fish. There's another one up. Could always fish that. I do like this particular galaxy, though. It's not necessarily like the most complicated galaxy here, but like it's pretty well designed. So you got the inner chamber here. I almost run out of air, actually, because I'm kind of dumb, but I'm so busy looking around. Those fish are kind of creepy looking. That'd be interesting to fish, huh? Could you imagine? This giant eel. It's about here that I realized that I didn't go up for air. Could you imagine, though, a fishing minigame where you pull up an unagi? But look at that. Did you see that? So, basically what the galaxy is you got this pond of water. And for some reason, there's an air bubble and, like, a weird thing of gravity keeping the two bodies of water together or separated. So, you have this air pocket in here, yeah. But, like, there's just nothing there. There's nothing in between there. It's just a large gap. And then when you go... when we eventually complete this... There we go. Missed that guy. Missed the giant star-looking jellyfish. See, look at this. This is just a body of water that's floating up here. The only thing up here is some ghoulish-looking fish. Look at those things. Those are terrible. What are those? Everyone's like, oh, there's a mystery of these guys up in the background. No, I'm wondering what the hell those fish are. That's what I want to know. But that's cool at the same time. Like, I don't know. I guess you could say they're kind of like the ghost fish or the bone fish. Like, there's bone cheeps in Super Mario World. You could say they're a reference to that, but I don't know. Those things look terrifying. Like, why would you want to fish those? What was that? Do my eyes deceive me, or did one of those mushroom kids pop out of the chest? Oh, man, that was close. Oh, Mario, I almost forgot to tell you something. I was trying to get sharp. Oh, man, I can't do that voice very well. Oh, I apologize. My throat's been super dry lately, guys, because of all the smoke that's from Wyoming. I live in Montana, and that's about all you're getting from me, but all the smoke from Wyoming's been hitting me hard. Unfortunately, it's everywhere, and it's starting to clear out, but man, it don't seem to want to end my allergies. The joys of being allergic to everything, guys. I will inevitably get to the storybook stuff too, but for now I'm just going to kind of complete the storybook first, and then I'll read all of it in one foul swoop. But it's a pretty cool story nonetheless. Like, honestly, it had me captivated to continue more just to unlock more storybook. Back when I originally played. Here I find out that Mario's breakdance kick is still alive and kicking. But it's just in spin form. Which, I mean, was always the case. But yeah, you can still do that spin kick from Super Mario 64 in this game. I did not know that. In no way, shape, or form is that ever a useful move to my knowledge. I've played through this game before multiple times, and I have never figured out you could do that. I mean, it makes sense, but this is okay for a star. Like, it's not, again, the greatest thing ever, but it's okay. I don't know. Like I said, the set pieces are not memorable. Like, the Sandstream is cool and all, but meh. I probably should have just moved. And this thing gives me some trouble too, for whatever reason. Yeah, I hit him, but I took damage there, and that's kind of cheap, not gonna lie. But we got him, so now we can move on. That ring around the sun is pretty cool. I'm not sure if that's meant to just be a ring around the sun. Rainbow rings around the sun happen all the time. I forget what they're called. But it could be a callback to Mario 64. Just saying. Because in Mario 64, something like that happens. Now, I'm going to go destroy all of these rocks because I want to collect the star bits. I am very unaware at this point that there is an easier method for this. I'll show you guys in a bit. I do use the easier method later, but for now I'm just kind of doing the slow and methodical way for whatever reason. I also don't recognize that there's a Hungry Luma just sitting around there too. Yeah, did you see it? There's an invincibility star right over there. Hey, you! Yeah, you got any tasty star bits? Feed me a bunch of bits, I'll burst with snacky happiness. I'm famished. I could use some 20 star bits, eh? I'll pay you by giving you a totally new planet, eh? Creating a new planet, but somehow there's a power star here. Not sure how that works. But I'm gonna go get the extra mushroom that I saw over there. It takes me longer than it probably should to figure this out, too. I'm trying to get the camera to change, but I don't really need the camera to change either, because realistically, I can just do this. And bam. Now I got extra life, too. Haha. Not really the best kept secret either. That Hungry Luma is very visible when you hit the star. This star is kind of cool to get. Like, the pyramid looks neat and everything like that, but you go inside of it mostly. And I'm not sure how this all works into the lore of Mario, but you're collecting silver stars to create a full-on power star. But this power star is not like the other ones. If you know, you know, you know? So what the deal is that the sand moves every time you hit that ring. Now, I do believe I die here. I kind of forgot to, dodge at one point. But this isn't too awfully difficult. It's just me being stupid is what it is. Yep. There we go. I died. I almost had it. I almost went over there, but I was just short and got smashed. Indiana Jones? No. Clearly not. On my return to reviews and all that, which will happen late this month or early October or early November, I'm going to start out with a basically talking about Waldo. I'm super excited about it. And the Virtual Boy. That's going to be fun. Because I have played every single... It's emulation, yes. But I've played every single Virtual Boy game in preparation for this video. And if you're thinking to yourself, oh yeah, we've seen the AVGN do that. My video is going to be a bit different. And the reason being is because I didn't just stick to videos that have a US release. I played every video game that was released for the Virtual Boy, some of which were Japanese exclusive. And because of that, AVGN didn't actually cover them. There was definitely some curiosities in that whole list, so definitely look out for that one. I'm kind of excited to showcase some of these games. And there it is, a beautiful green Power Star. Yay. Sand's gone though, thankfully. So the green Power Star is a bit of a fun situation because I have all three. There are 3 green Power Stars. And having all 3 of them, what that does is it opens up 3 galaxies, challenge galaxies. Now, I don't take them on this episode because, no. But inevitably, I'm going to have to do this if I want to 100% the game. So, yeah, that opens up the Green Star challenges. You've managed to recover all the green Power Stars. Restored the green Launch Star. Doot, 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 doot. Even I don't know what's waiting for you out there beyond the green Launch Star. I don't know if I'm going to do this next episode, but eventually I will hit up the green challenges. It'll happen. It's not this episode for sure, and I don't even know if it's going to be the next episode. But something does happen at the end of this episode that makes me kind of wonder if I shouldn't go after purple coins next episode, because that's something that I might be able to do as of next episode. And we can always start up that load of bullcrap. Similar to Super Mario 64 with the 100 coin challenges, or even Sunshine with all of the weird challenges he had. Super Mario Galaxy does have harder than normal challenges. They're a bit more fair in my opinion. Therefore, Galaxy is just the better game in general, especially if you want to 100% it. But that doesn't make them less challenging. That just makes them, you know, harder than normal. They're fair, like I said, but there might be a little bit of frustration there. I'm not going to lie. So now that I'm back here, I have an interesting situation that I can now use this properly, which is awesome. Yeah, take out those rocks. I noticed there's a little square in the background that will every so often disappear into the sand. What is that about? Do I go there eventually? I might have to pay attention to that. To my knowledge, I don't think I do, but maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? So we're going to go to the sand stream. This is kind of okay. Do a little bit of sand surfing. I wouldn't say it's the most important thing here by any means. It's just sand surfing. I don't know. Again, this level doesn't really sit well on my memory scale, so there's that. So I wasted the shell. Now I'll find out right here why that was a bad idea. I was about determined to get it there. So now we're going to go all the way to this treasure chest and see what's inside, which should be another fragment. Yep. Luckily, this is where you're supposed to go to get out of here. So I end up going towards the left side, or the green side. Some lasers. Get my best Dr. Evil voice out. Lasers. And down the tube. Basically a little bonus room. We're dodging the lasers. Accompanied by some pretty decent music, not gonna lie. Here's another thing. The music in this level isn't all that great either, if I'm honest. It's not bad. Like, I'm not trying to say that this level's bad. It's just forgettable compared to everything else Galaxy has to offer. Galaxy has an incredible soundtrack. I don't think the Dusty Sand level is one of the tracks that everyone's sitting there listening to hardcore or anything like that. But again, the soundtrack does its job. It's not bad. I go the wrong way here because I get confused as to where the hell I am. I can see the star right there. I can see the trail right over here. But I think for some odd reason I have to go to that other hole in the background. Great. Oh, the intelligence. We'll get this extra life, because why not? Get that thwomp noise. Grab some coins, go through the dust devils that have literal bones in them. I just realized how grim these things are. They're cute little eyes to distract you from how grim they are. And it's about here that I realized, oh wow, I just entirely went the wrong way. That's where you're supposed to start and then go through here. Not my brightest moment. So down the rabbit hole we go. And now to the correct direction. Of this way. Another life for no particular reason. These lives aren't all that hard to get either. Now these tornadoes, not only do they have the bones inside of them and the skulls, they also have little spiky things. But yeah, each one of these tornadoes has a skull floating around it. That's kind of unsavory, isn't it? They're killers. That's all there is to it. So there is a time limit to these particular stones because you gotta you find them on the original side, and then you pound on that switch. They will go back to normal if you dawdle too much. So you gotta go quick. But that one's still not particularly hard there. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-dum. So now we got one more star to get. And by one more, I mean about 3 more, because there's another secret star. Moving around here. Hang on a second here. There's another secret star and a comet star. And this star. So, quite a bit to get here in the desert world, but we end up with just enough time to crush Bowser by the end of all this, so it works. Works well. This challenge is just not hard at all. Wasn't for the bird, I'd say there's no challenge at all. You could honestly find places where you could just sit there and not even... There wasn't stuff to collect. You'd be like, yeah, whatever. Go to the edge of the landmass and be like, yeah, sure. Real dangerous there. Here's another tower situation. Well, these ones don't have time limits, though. You just come up there and smash it and work your way through the tower. There's a bit of a better way to do this, but I kind of messed up. Small little army of dry bones. Now the thing about being able to lower the tower, that's all fine and dandy. Don't get me wrong. I'm fine that people can lower the tower. But you can just get up to the top of the tower by jumping. And even grab that star piece. So I don't see what the big deal is here. You're testing people's ability to wall jump, something that you'd need to get to this point anyway? No idea. More crabs. So after all, who doesn't like a crab? I'm not really noticing the situation with this planet at the time. I'm just kind of looking around. But pay attention and you'll know that inevitably we have to come back there. Although I did notice that there was a smash block there. And I also noticed that the sand was moving in and out. But I didn't quite pick up on what you were actually supposed to do there. Also, this guy, I'm kind of dumb. I didn't realize he was different from the other Spiny. So I'm actually trying to take this thing head on. It's not the brightest move. Must have been around that point that I realized, hey, he's got spikes on him. Maybe it's not a good idea to try and sit here and hit him with my bare hands. You know, with the spikes and all. So, you know, what do we say to that? You put the lime in the cactus, you nut. Oh, wait, no, that didn't work out. Put the lime in the coconut and drink them both up. Problem is, there's no lime. There's just a big, ugly cactus. But you know what they say? Doctor, is there nothing I can take? I said, doctor, to relieve this bellyache. Now, eventually, I'll get this straight. Yeah, there we go. And that's another cactus wiped out. Bam. So that's the actual star we're supposed to go after. Not the secret one or nothing. Might as well grab the star bits while I'm doing this, though. And we're going to be climbing this tower if that wasn't blatantly obvious. Now, luckily, this tower isn't all that fast moving. But the tower is going to sink down into it, so... And getting ahead of the sand is the name of the game. Although, this level isn't that hard. The sand gives you plenty of time to kind of figure out what you're supposed to be doing. Like, if you're not used to the controls when it switches cameras, I could see this being a bit of a challenge. But overall, it's not too bad. Worst case scenario, it's manageable after like the first life that you lose. But that's another star down. So we got that. Now it's time for the secret star and the comet star. You know, part of the reason I'm probably tired is because this level's forgettable. Ha ha! Zing! Tell you what, though, I'm not exactly thrilled to get that green star, so there's that. Those, if I recall correctly, those levels are like the hardest versions of like some of the minigame like galaxies that you've faced before. So like the one where you have to like blow on the bubble and make sure it maneuvers correctly, or the one that where you're riding on the manta ray, you got to deal with that crap, or the oh, the ball rolling one. That's right. So there's another ball rolling one too, where you have to balance on the ball as it flies all over the damn place. You might have to collect purple coins in those particular situations too, now that I think about it. I'm going to look that up here. Purple coin challenge. Me wanting to replay the game. That part. Everyone's complaining about the Dreadnought, which I'm aware. Kind of a pain. so let's look at the purple coin comets. Okay. So yeah, you have to clear Bowser's final mission at least once. So I'm probably going to try and get all the stars before that happens. See, that's the stick I was talking to you guys about, the stump. But yeah, I'm probably going to try and get to all the other stars before that happens, and then I'll take on Bowser's his reactor, his thingamajig, and then I will continue on with the purple coins. Man, I'm exhausted. I apologize. I'm kind of tired. My ADHD is horrible when I'm tired, even when I'm sucking down caffeine. There it is. The magical stump. So we're going to be grabbing all these musical notes. And then we can launch out of here. Perfect. Now we're going on to this sister planet that's over here. That's right next to the tower that we normally go to. And this is more or less just a big cannon on a galaxy, so there you go. I do love the bullet bill designs in this game, though. They feel more mechanical while still being kind of alive. Now, I do believe I found a way to grab the bullet bills without having to make the planetoid dive again. Or make the tower go down. Again, the tower going down is relatively useless, all things considered. It's not that, though. That didn't work. And I was about to bring the planetoid down when this happened. Oops. I do take the hit. But I've discovered a secret. That you can just break these open on ground level. It's time to waste all the dry bones because they're going to be a pain in the butt in this anyway. Might as well collect my bounties. Yeah, that's the nice thing. You can always pretend Mario's a bounty hunter. Why does he get coins when he stomps enemies? He's getting paid for their bounties. Why do you think you get a power star for the big bounties? Because power stars are a valuable fuel source in the Mushroom Kingdom. See, he doesn't care about the princess until Odyssey. He's just getting paid to do this. Not that you don't need the power stars to move on, but that's beside the point. Now you need to lower the planet. The only time it was ever useful. Luckily the star comes with it, because that would have been a pain to have to hit it and get back up on there. So there's another power star. I also have 62 power stars, which is cool. I can get 120 in Super Mario 64 way faster than this, but it's cool to have 60 power stars. Doesn't help that I save after every one, but just in case something goes wrong, I want to save. But here we have the comet, and this is a speed-up comet. It basically means that it's a time trial. Yeah, it's a time trial star. That's what it is. The best way to describe it. You have a certain amount of time, got to get to the star. Got to beat the mission that they give you. The problem is the time limit is incredibly generous in these particular... In this game in particular, the time limit's fairly generous, actually. I'm pretty sure this actually took longer than I thought it was going to. I challenged this one face on. And I managed to take him out pretty quickly. So I made up some time there. Grab some coins because I'm going to need the health. Grab the star bits because they're there. And work on my patience skills because, yes, there's a time limit, but sometimes you need patience. Especially if Mario wants to be a doctor. He's going to need the patience. This is probably the hardest part of the game, though. Or not the game, the level, is grabbing all of these in a timely manner. But boy, all it takes for you to mess up is a couple of strides. What I should have done was got all the other all of the other star pieces separately. And then grabbed the last one in the chest last. Because that's where all the little grab stars appear anyway, so. But thinking on the fly has never been my strong suit either. So there's that. This desert really doesn't give me much to work with. Like I said, it's not bad, but it's stuff that you've basically seen before. A tower rising and falling, okay. You know, there's something weird in there that could kill you. Oh well. This isn't too bad, like the swapping into the holes thing. But they don't really do a lot with it. It's just a pathway. That's it. They don't even have the common courtesy to give you the tornado guys because you're just supposed to platform through this. Look at this. I'm so confident I actually went and grabbed the other star bits. And I got 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Am I going to make it? Probably. Shoot, the star's right there. All I need to do is ground pound this and kind of hustle it back to the star. And if I can do this in one try, it's a cinch. Even if I don't, a second try is not going to hurt my feelings any. We're down to 57 seconds. Can I do it? Oh, man. Yeah, I can do it. It's no problem, really. Like I said, that time limit is incredibly generous. Generous, if I could speak English today. So that's that. The Sandy Dust Galaxy is done. Oh, Dusty Dune Galaxy. And I almost have all the star bits that I lost from the Hungry Luma, so that's cool. So it's time to take on Bowser's Dark Matter Plant. I also love how the music in this particular level is an updated version of the music that you would normally hear going after Bowser in Super Mario 64. Which this is kind of reminiscent of, but with its own, you know, particular twist on it. That's kind of cool. But the level itself could use some work. I like the Bowser ones from the Mario 64 one more. If that's any indicator. At least with them, you don't have to wait 20 years. Because a lot of these are just moving block puzzles that you got to wait for the block to do its thing. Make sure you're on the correct side. There you go. Oh, man. This game is just moving a mile a minute. Again, this isn't bad. It's just... I personally feel it could have been better is all. Now, try and get up to that secret, which doesn't obviously work. That was a good idea. No, it wasn't. So now we got to do the Tetris block puzzle again. Yay! Nothing says having fun like just sitting there waiting. But I made it up there. The problem is, unlike Mario Odyssey, coins don't really do much here. You get a 1-up if you get 50, but you can do that with star bets, and that's a lot easier to do than the coins. This is where invisible openings start appearing. Obviously, you don't want to touch them. So you got to dodge them. Pretty easy. More moving platforms. They're red and blue, but they don't flip over like Sunshine's. So there's that. That one kind of just bumped me off the block, though. I don't count that death as my fault. Like, I was trying to move down, or at least kind of dodge that sludge at the very least, but Mario didn't want to move at all. Like, once he hit that border to the to switch the gravity up, he didn't want to move. So, like I said, I don't count that one. The next one I do count, though. It's my fault. But man, this move's slow. Ironically, most of my problems here just come from me wanting to hurry up. Yep, overshot the stupid plus block. Cool. Yeah, like right there, it tries and stops you for some reason. I don't understand as to why. I like how they put an extra life there, though. So, all the lives I've lost, except for like one, I can just reclaim. Infinite lives, as long as you get past that one point. But yeah, the whole idea is that you're facing a direction, you want to be on the opposite plane that the block has you on. So, for example, this one coming up is going to be facing towards the left. So you want to be on the right side of the block to kind of avoid that. There's that. This guy thinks he's going to be cool and be like that Hammer Bros that is at the end of Super Mario Bros. He's not, unfortunately. The Hammer Bros way more dangerous. I'm going to get some stairs. A little bit of added health. Thanks a lot. You're welcome.
What? It's you. That's it, Mario. I'm going to stomp you into space bits.
So now we're fighting Bowser. As I completely changed my voice. I don't know, for some reason I forgot what he actually did here. That was different from the other fight. He twirls like a ballerina. Alright. Other than that, it's the same fight. You just gotta dodge his twirls of doom. Actually, one of the characters I'm writing can do that. I have been working on my story. I've not finished chapter 4 as of yet, but I'm getting there. Slowly but surely. It's more of an action-packed stage, so it takes me longer to write. I thought he was going to go once for some odd reason. I don't know why I thought he was just going to be the same exact situation, but obviously not. I don't know how that worked. He's twirling like Mario, though. So maybe you're always supposed to be able to counter him with an actual twirl like that. I just didn't think of it, you know. Like combating his twirl with my twirl. I just happened to like spin it because I was trying to dodge him. And now he's getting mad. This fight isn't too bad, though. At least with this fight, it feels like you're fighting Bowser directly. Mario 64 kind of felt like that. Where you're fighting Bowser directly, but like, I don't know, it's just grabbing him, throwing him in bombs that happen to be there. Here it feels more like you're actually fighting him. You have to damage him first with his own reactor, sure. But it feels more like an actual, like, smackdown fight, you know. A combat, wits, all of that stuff. And Mario's hitting Bowser pretty damn hard.
Not bad. I guess I chose the right guy to be my arch enemy. At least you always put up a fight. But it's too bad for you because my master plan is almost complete. Tough luck, Mario.
As he spins and disappears. But there we go. We stopped his reactor from happening and got the Grand Star out of the damn thing. So it should go back to normal, hopefully. Or just die off. It's a reactor, after all. Basically, he's using the Grand Stars to not only boost his stuff up, but create reactors that can reshape the galaxy a bit. That's what he's trying to do here. Not that Rosalina's using the reactors for, you know, or the Grand Stars for English. She's using the stars as a power source as well, but obviously, you know, for better reasons because she's trying to actually move around the cosmos. So she's using them as a fuel source for her ship. But that's 64. All right. Galaxy completed. High score. 12 coins. New galaxies are discovered. All of them. Heck yeah. All right. And now we get this, because that's the only boss fight we really need to beat, are the Bowser ones. Please take a look at the circle at your feet. So here we have the countdown. That represents how much power stars I need to reach the center of the universe, which is where Princess Peach is. That number will decrease with each power star you recover. And when it reaches 0, the Comet Observatory will regain all its power and fly as a starship again. We'll be able to reach the center of the universe. Does that count the star that I just got? You know, that grand star? Does that count? The Comet Observatory has full power. Now we can fly through the cosmos again. Yes. Yes, it does. Shink. There we go. It's time. Do you want to go to the location of your special one at the center of the universe? We're going to wait off on that, though, guys. And as always, thanks everybody for watching this. I appreciate it. Have a great day. Bye-bye.